Hi guys, Sabarish here. Today we are going to see about elastic load balancing. Let's start with an example. From this diagram you can see that there are two counters up here and there are three customers and three baristas. In this case, as you can see in the diagram, all these three customers are lined up only towards one counter while the other counter is completely free. So we can say that this counter is not being used efficiently. He can handle another two more customers so that the counters are being balanced in a right way, so that the number of customers won't just line up here continuously and they might just lose interest after that. So what is the alternative for this? A host can be assigned at the doorway who will direct the customers to the counters. So he two new customers come in and he sees that, and then he routes them to this counter. And so there are three customers here, two customers here. It's a efficient way to handle the customers here. So the same thing occurs in AWS services too, specifically EC2 instance. So what happens is that a lot of requests come to EC2 instances, but how does a request know which EC2 instance to go to? The solution is a way should be created to route requests to instances to process the request, and this is called as load balancing. From the name suggests, load is being balanced, and this is done in the coffee shop example. It was done by the host. Load balancing is an application that routes requests to instances to process the request, and AWS provides a solution called as elastic load balancing. Now elastic load balancing properly distributes traffic and provides high performance. It is cost efficient, it's highly available, and has the property of automatic scalability. We have seen in the last video that scalability has two types, dynamic and the predictive scaling. So this is what it represents here, automatic scalability. So we can let me explain this diagram. This is the traffic of requests that comes in, and this is elastic load balancing, the AWS service, and these are the EC2 instances. Now as the requests come in, ELB routes it to all these instances, and as you see here, all the load is not, it's the load of just one instance is not filled up. It's been evenly distributed to all these instances. When some of the instances are loaded, the traffic is directed to the other instances. Let's say this is filled up. At that instance, the routing here stops and it's routed to the other instances. And let's say when a new instance is created, it notifies the ELB, that is elastic load balancing, and the traffic is directed towards it. So when we create an instance here, when this gets notified to the ELB, and now it creates another routing here so that all the requests are directed towards this. So this is the basics of elastic load balancing.